So hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today video I gonna tell you about that Agile and Scrum framework. So guys, this video is actually helpful for those who willing to learn Agile and Scrum framework. So this video I gonna tell you that I'll tell you what is the Agile, how many Agile frameworks are there, and what is the Scrum framework. So this is that a part of that on part of the video of manual testing series. So here I will tell you that all of HDLC process and all of that HDLC based methodologies on details. Okay, so let's get started. So guys, this is that video. So agenda of this today video is like I'll give you the introduction of Agile. I'll tell you that Agile principle and manifesto. I'll tell you that Agile framework, and I'll detailedly explain about Scrum framework. Okay, because Scrum framework is very useful a framework. That framework is applied all over that IT industry. So that I gonna tell you, and then I will tell you regarding Scrum Roles, Scrum events, Scrum artifacts, and benefit of Scrum, and then I'll close this video, guys. Okay, so let's start it. So first thing is like what is Agile basically. So Agile, it is a kind of software development methodology, or it is a part of HDLC methodology. Through that Agile process we can create the software. So that is the simple statement, but here some catch is there. Agile is kind of iterative and incremental development procedure. Through that way one cycle will be running. That cycle it will run as a loop, and through that loop only like developer, testers, project managers, all that main core testing team will be involved on there, and also from shared testing team, DevOps team, deployment team, they also involved in that procedure. Through that procedure, like any kind of software we can able to build. Okay, now what is that like Agile methodology is being quite popular from 2001. That because of that Agile manifesto I'll discuss about later, but there was some 4 values and 12 key points will be available. Now for aims of deliver, that's what is the aims basically. So here like Agile aims is like to deliver a small but valuable incremental product on quickly basis. Okay, and it also encourage the flexibility, collaboration between the teams, and it is kind of continuous improvement procedure, and also it empathize the response to change over the rapid plan. So if that suppose you are about to write the code, you are a developer, you are writing some code, I'm a tester, I'm testing something, and suddenly that customer comes and customer is telling, I don't want this feature anymore, I want this feature. That plan has been changed suddenly within a day and night. So because we are following that Agile, we don't need to care about it. We just dump that our work and we'll restructure our work and we'll start again that cycle. But if I am following that traditional model like waterfall, BNB model, then it will be quite problematic for us, guys. Now let me tell you about Agile manifesto. Okay, so in Agile manifesto there is 4 values. First value is like it is a individuals and interaction over processes and tool. Okay, so that means is like Agile manifesto we have to check, means like individual, all of developer, tester, all thing should be interaction that process on a proper tracking tool like Bugzilla, Jira. Project tracking tool should be involved, Azure DevOps. Another thing is like second point is like working software over comprehensive documentation. We have to write the documentation while doing work, because in IT industry people are switching rapidly. Okay, some people is working for some times, then they will switch it. So like to create the documentation actually helps to understand that newbies who is just now joining, they can start work from day one if that my documentation is solid. And another thing is that here customer collaboration is there. Because of that, some contract negotiation is there, so because of that customer collaboration is happening. And there is like responding to change overflow a plan or overflowing a plan. That means like if any kind of plan is there and that plan got suddenly changed, then we don't need to worry about it, because this manifesto actually tells us like that here we can change that plan. Okay, so we have to give the response. Now some agile principles were there. So principle in the sense of that to satisfy this principle we can tell like that we are following that agile method, or if we are following the agile method, then we have to satisfy this principle. So first principle is like customer satisfaction. That is the most important stuff here, because if customer is not satisfied, then there doesn't mean nothing, because the thing is that in that business customer call as a potential lead. So because of customer only that our business is running. So that is the first thing, like customer need to be satisfied through this continuous delivery system. So customer able to get the notification like that your work has been progressed, this feature has been done, then after 2 weeks later, like this he will get the notification like this feature has to be done. Like that way it will be a continuous cycle. Now thing is like that we have to like welcome that new changing the requirements even like late in the development. Suppose 1 week is about to complete and our feature has already completed, some bugs were pending. Suddenly customer is telling I don't want that feature anymore, I need a new feature for that. So that means that requirement, that changing requirement, we have to be welcome. So that we have to welcome that our changing requirement. That is the another principle for agile. That is the most important principle. Another thing is like for delivering deliver that working software frequently. That means like for each and every sprint we have to deliver that our software. There is no meaning if we are not releasing anything. We have to release date cannot be postponed, or release date cannot be stopped, release cannot be stopped. That is the another principle for agile. Another is business people and developer must work together daily. If they are not working together, then there will be some gap will be there. That gap regarding requirement analysis, requirement fulfilling, and requirement understanding. So another thing here I have not included, that thing is like tester and business analyst. They also have to sit together. They have to technically like all developer, tester, leads, all team should be sit together. They have to they should be communicate each other. They try to collaborate each other and try to solve that customer problem through that software. So that is the another point. Another is simplicity. Believe me guys, agile is a quite simple process and it actually helps to maximum kind of amount within a less time. Okay, I have seen some different model where that agile hasn't implemented. Before that model, that release date and feature list, and after the agile implemented that release date and feature list, there was a huge difference. Okay, because of that it is happening because of agile. Agile is a quite, that's why lots of companies are using agile. Agile is a quietly iterative and a quite incremental process. Now let me tell about agile framework. So guys, before starting this one, here I need to tell you something like what is the framework basically. So framework is basically kind of structure. Through that structure, it is a kind of blueprint kind of structure, or it is kind of a solid backbone where that you have to work. Okay, like while writing automation script, we have to go with that some kind of certain framework, like data driven framework, cucumber bdd framework. If we are writing the react, then also, or front end development, then we have to go with some kind of framework like react, angular. So and for backend also some Django, python with Django is a framework, java with spring boot is a framework. So here this is a development purpose, and testing purpose I have implemented. Now for project management purpose, agile has quite some frameworks are there. Framework in the sense of, if we are following that framework, then our like processes will be easy. So first thing is Scrum. So Scrum is a quite popular framework. It is, you can say it is a it is a quite useful framework, also quite easy to adapt, and lots of most companies are using Scrum. And it is Kanban also, it is kind of a popular one, but it is not that as popular as Scrum. Another is extreme programming. Extreme programming is like that here, like testers are very little involved, tester involvement will be very little here, and most involvement is like developer. And that is lean software development. Lean software is nothing but here where like development software is quite frequently. And this crystal framework, I don't have any idea regarding crystal framework. And feature driven development in the sense of, like here we are not caring about fixing bugs and different thing, we are only caring about like to develop the feature. This feature driven development is useful for those companies who are startup, and those companies who are starting their work, and they doesn't have any kind of software, they are about to create a software. On that time they have to implement this feature driven development. So this all development frameworks are there. Now it depends upon like your requirement, your like way of handling the customers and different kind of things. To that things we can implement that framework, and we can choose the framework. But most companies, they are going with Scrum. Okay, so that's why in this video I gonna tell you about Scrum framework. Okay, now let me tell you the Scrum. What is the Scrum thing? So Scrum is a agile framework for complex project. That is the very simple and straightforward answer. Why Scrum is a agile framework for complex project? Through Scrum we can achieve that any complex project or any complex SDLC development or software development. Through Scrum it enables the teams to deliver the product in short cycle, and also it ensuring that continuous improvement. So basically this point is actually a kind of a common points for other agile processes. And it promotes the accountability, transparency of that our project, and collaboration. That is the most useful one for Scrum. So basically through the Scrum we can able to see that how much work has done from each and every person, and how much work need to be done for each and every person. And also we can able to get the collaboration between the different teams. So this is the important point of Scrum. Now here we have some key element. First thing is roles, events, and artifact. These three things are key element for Scrum. So first thing is like Scrum roles. Scrum roles in the sense of, in the Scrum team, basically it is a kind of a short team. Within that short team, Scrum team has a Scrum master. Scrum master is a kind of, after project manager, Scrum master will be there. Scrum master will be handling that over the Scrum team. Now Scrum master job is that to ensure that teams should follow proper Scrum practices. Scrum practices in the sense of, they have to rush the bug, they have to log that bug inside that feature, or they have to create the task, even small for work also. Like developer have to take the bugs should not be like stuck, or developer should not be stuck. Okay, so this kind of hurdles we are getting on day-to-day basis. That thing need to, through that thing, handleation, like Scrum master job is that to handle that thing only. Okay, now another thing is like it removes that Scrum Master removes that impedance and helps the team to become self-organized. That means like Scrum Master job is to identify the solution where that team facing some hurdles or some stoppage. Okay, so that is the critical thing that Scrum Master have to do. Another thing is like product owner. Product owner in the sense of one guy should be there who will be representing as a customer. So product owner always be manage the product backlog, and also product owner will be responsible for maximizing the value of product. Okay, so like if like developer has created that one product, and that is a product owner job to tell a customer like this is our product, through that product you can solve this problem like that, like this. So that is a product owner job. And another thing is development team. Development team in the sense of here some developers will be there. Inside the developers some testers also will be there, automation tester will be there. Okay, so our job is like to develop the software, we have to test the software, we have to write the automation script. So for each and every release that regression cycle will be automate. So like that way we can collaborate each other, we can responsible for like delivering that our working product, delivering that features for that. So these all are considered as a Scrum role. Now some Scrum events will be there. Events in the sense of like it is a kind of day-to-day basis. Through that way we can get to track that our work progress. So first thing is sprint. Sprint thing is a kind of iterative process. We have to complete that our feature, or we have to segregate that feature on such a way it should not be take more than 2 weeks. So that is considered as a sprint. Okay, so inside that for every Scrum we have branch of meetings. So first thing is like sprint planning meeting. So before segregating that feature from epic or themes, we have to do that one meeting. That meeting should be anything. It should be OKR, it should be sprint planning, it should be team discussion or lead discussion, anything it should be. So that is considered as sprint planning. So here we can plan that our sprint properly, we can segregate the features based upon that our sprint. And through that sprint planning also team can discuss like how they can achieve this goal within a short period of time. Then we have daily Scrum meeting. So it is kind of 15-minute stand-up meeting, 15 to 20 minutes it will be. So here all people will be discussing about progress, their planning for this day. And this daily Scrum meeting actually helps to identify as a Scrum Master. So suppose that if you are a Scrum Master, so this team will be helps you to identify where that hurdles will come, or what hurdles like this guy is facing, or what is the progress of our work. Okay, then we have sprint review meeting. Sprint review in the sense of like after sprint planning, like sprint review meeting should be there. Inside the sprint review, team can present their work complete or during the sprint, or product owner can give the feedback. Sometimes this sprint review meeting like always happening after the sprint, or sometimes before starting the sprint. Okay, it depends upon like company to company. And then we have sprint retrospective. Sprint retrospective in the sense of here all after completing that your sprint, after when that sprint has completed properly, then all team members should come together, they should sit together, and then they can discuss about that what good things they have done and what bad things they have done, where they need to improve their working process. So all things they can discussing. So they are kind of retrospective, that full thing, and in further process how come we can improve that our like productivity. So this is the like this is the job, this thing will be happen inside the sprint retrospective meeting. Then we have kind of Scrum artifact. Scrum artifact in the sense of like here we can create some kind of documents or kind of documentation where that we can create, we can write, we can document it, that whole thing. Okay, so first thing is product backlog. Through that product backlog we can prioritize that our product or our features or item, for prioritize that our list of features or item, that what features will be P1 or what features will be P2 or P0. So that thing we need to identify. Then and it should be managed by product owner only. Okay, and what features need to be added, all things will be added on product backlog. Then sprint backlog. Sprint backlog here, it is a kind of subset of product backlog. Through that way we can checking that our sprint, or we can segregate that our features based upon sprint, and this thing will be happen when that we are planning that our sprint or inside that sprint planning meeting. Then we have increment. Increment in the sense of like, this is a complete product backlog items during the sprint. So here we can see that all items in a accumulated way or consolidated way. So here it should be definition of done. That means like it, once it is done, then we can, means like it should be done. There is no other thing like it. Once it will done, then we can say like our project has been completed. Now I'll tell you some benefits of Scrum. Benefits are in the sense of it is a quite fast compared to other agile procedure or other HDLC procedure. That's why lots of industry are using it, and it also increase that collaboration and communication amongst that team. And also it is a quite flexible, so like if any requirement, changing requirement will come, then team can able to handle it. Then also it is a kind of continuous feedback procedure, so through that way like we can ensure that our right product is, we are building it, we don't have any kind of requirement means like. So through that way we can get to know like we are building the right product. Okay, another thing is like requirement understanding will be, through the requirement understanding we can say like that our product is not proper, so this thing will be reduced here. Okay, now also it encourages that continuous improvement through that retrospective after retrospective meeting. So for each and every meeting we can get to know what like team can get to know like what is the problem with us, so we can improve it on slowly basis. So like that way it will be provide a clear visibility for project status. We have lots of dashboard. Through the dashboard we can see the data like burn up chart, burn down chart, come CFD diagram. So all things we can see through Scrum. Now there is some difference between agile versus traditional methodologies of HDLC. Like most popular one is waterfall. So first thing is it is a kind of iterative or incremental process. Agile, another other thing like waterfall, it is kind of linear and sequential. So that is the most like crucial one. Like our project should be, or our HDLC process should be iterative and incremental, not should not be linear. Okay, another thing, it is a quite flexible. Okay, agile is quite a flexible, we can change anytime anywhere, but waterfall is not a flexible one, it is a fixed one. So and it will be happen of upfront in the sense of first it will goes through that step by step requirement analysis, then it will come to design, then it will come to like test case writing, then it will be development, then it will be testing. Like that way it will be sequential and linear. Now here customer involvement is high, but waterfall it is a very low. Customer will come like after initial phase when that all development has been done, or all development testing has been done, then customer will come. And agile is quite a flexible where waterfall is not, and delivering is quite frequent in agile. And waterfall we have to deliver the project in a one shot, and when we have delivered, that means that is the end of that our project. But in Agile it is not. We are delivering quite rapidly, like every sprint, after every sprint one new build will come, and that new build will be added on that our old build, and customer will get the new features for each and every day. So that's why Agile is quite a visible compared to other waterfall, other model like waterfall. And testing, for a tester perspective, it is a continuous throughout development cycle, and waterfall is after development completes we have to test it. Now what is the conclusion of this meeting? Okay, so conclusion of this meeting or Agile. So Agile and Scrum actually helps teams to empower that high quality product. Okay, and that is like Scrum rules and even artifact actually helps the efficiency of that for team, for collaborating to giving the value product, so like that. And Agile frameworks actually provide the flexibility and encourage customer feedback and allows to continuous improvement. So these all are conclusion about this video, guys. So guys, if you have any kind of question, please comment down, and thank you for your valuable time. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope this video actually helps you to understand the Agile and Scrum methodologies. Pardon for that if I am not able to convey the things properly. So I'll surely improve. So give me the suggestion if any suggestion, if you guys have any suggestion, please give me the suggestion, comment down, and please subscribe my channel, help me to grow on YouTube. And thanks for watching this video, guys.